The whole concept of a smart home is to put everything in one user interface. Some manufacturers, like Control4, have their own way of doing it. Their touchscreens, their handheld remotes, an app on the phone. Josh AI does it a little bit different. They give you voice control outside of their user interfaces. And then you have Ava. Take a different approach, and today we're going to check it out. Okay, so let me tell you how we got here. This client brought a beautiful home that had a bunch of speakers and a bunch of stuff everywhere and said, Johan, I got this house, can you help me? We came by, and this is where it all started. Originally, there was a big old mess of cabling where all of the speakers in the house were going here. And he said, Johan, I want a smart home, I want some home audio, what can we do? And this is what we came up with. One of the things I want to bring up is this retractable rack. Cable management is extremely important. We want to make sure that not only does it look good, but you can service it. So this rack you can actually pull out. Cable management looks good. Everything back there is organized. We can plug things, unplug them, power cycle them. And when it comes to products, what do we have in here? The whole house is backed up by Sonos. So we have 6 Sonos amplifiers for 6 separate zones of speakers in the house. When it comes to television audio, we do have 2 Sonos soundbars, a Sonos Beam and a Sonos Arc upstairs. The network is by Eero. Simple, it fits most households, very user-friendly and very powerful. From there, we have a hardwired switch to make sure that everything is on the network and is hardwired and is reliable. Power management, everything looks good. Now keep in mind that this client didn't only do this room. We had a room upstairs where we did some more Sonos stuff. Let's go check that out and then we'll get to the Ava. Sonos, if you don't know about it, it is one of the leading manufacturers of music and streaming products for the household. They have amplifiers, they have portable and powered devices to stream music throughout the house like their soundbars. I'm telling you, like, what you don't know what Sonos is. But Sonos does have an app. Now the cool thing about the Ava Remote is that it does give you the option to download apps. So it's currently being programmed as we speak. Here shortly, I'm gonna demo it for y'all. But let me show you the other rooms of the house. So when we got to this room, there was an old beat up Sony television hanging up there. We decided to upgrade it into a 98-inch. Now the model number for this one, it's a mouthful, XR98X90L, plugged in to a Sonos Arc. Now we originally set up the rear speakers as part of the surround sound, but we recently decided to separate them because they wanted all channel stereo and the option to turn the volume up and down. These are the Eero 100s by Sonos. One cool thing about this system, if you guys didn't know this, for those rooms where are not pre-wired, this is a good way to get a surround sound. The Sonos Arc has directional speakers that are going to give you a front, a right, a left, and even Dolby Atmos audio. When you combine them with the rear speakers, now you actually have speakers behind you to give you a surround sound. Only thing about it is you will have to raise the power to make sure that you don't have a cord hanging. All this is cool and all, but let's actually get to the remote and the piece of equipment that this video is about. Let's go to the home theater and I'll grab it. All right, even though it's a beautiful home and a great client, this is what this video is all about, the Ava Remote. When we first dropped it on our YouTube channel, we got a lot of feedback, a lot of comments, a lot of input. So today we're actually gonna test it out. In this specific room, we can't take a lot of credit for any of the stuff because when our client brought the house, this was already installed. We did upgrade his receiver, added a network, and brought this bad boy in. In this household, this remote is mainly used as a universal remote to control the audio video things. So we're gonna demo it in this home theater. A cool thing about this remote is that it brings a blend of old technology and new technology. What do I mean by that? This projector is actually IR. The remote itself has an IR output that can actually send infrared signal to older devices. The receiver and the Roku are IP controlled, which means everything is on the network for two-way communication. A couple things that I want to demo is how interactive the remote actually is. Like majority of your user interfaces is gonna be room-based. So here we have the rooms in the house. We're currently in the home cinema, so when we click the home cinema, it's gonna take us into the room. Here we have our inputs. If I go to Roku Ultra, it's gonna give me my shortcuts for any of these channels. If I click that, it's gonna take me directly there. You notice that this is an interactive keypad, up, down, right, left. This becomes your Roku controller. And I'll turn this way so you can actually see how interactive it is and how fast and responsive it is. But there is another thing that I want to demo here in a second. As I mentioned, this is interactive. This will change based on what remote you are using. So if we go back over here and I actually switch it to the Sonos port, take a look at this. Not only did it change colors, but the icons change based on what the universal remote for the room is. Now, since I clicked on Sonos, in this house, it's a universal remote, but it's also how they control the entire home audio. Let's go demo that. Sonos and entertaining is big in this household. Every single speaker in this house, every zone is backed up by Sonos. One way to control it is via the app. This is the foundation of a Sonos system. However, at the beginning of this video, I talked about smart home living. It's about putting everything in one user interface. And Ava's approach was the option to give you apps from the remote. Not just Sonos, which we'll demo it in a second, but all of the apps that you can download to your phone from the Play Store. You can download to here because it's a Google device. So you're gonna go into your Gmail account, your Google Store, and download any app. In this scenario, we have the Sonos app here. Not only is this controlling all of the audio video in the house, but we have all of our zones of audio in here. It is simple and easy to use. As you can see, right now we are currently in the patio. I can go into the patio, select something that I want to play, and from the device in the backyard, I can easily start playing music. You're not gonna be able to hit for copyright reasons anyways, but this is the scenario and how simple it is to use. As you can see, we also have a Sonos Beam under the television. There's multiple ways to approach home audio. There's multiple ways to approach home living. This is a good device that you can do. If you have Lutron shades, if you have Lutron lighting, if you have Ring, you can download all of those apps to this phone. As long as your Wi-Fi is reliable, because this device does run off of your Wi-Fi, you're gonna be able to take it around the house and use it as a take it around the house and use it as a single user interface to control everything. Not only that, but for your guests, when it comes to the home audio, this is gonna be a device that they can pick up and start playing music around the house. Some people may be against that, but hey, if they're over, give them a chance to control it. I do want to show y'all this beautiful pool that we have out here because we do have some plans of adding some landscape audio out here. An advantage of doing Sonos is that every time you want to add a zone, you just need to add a Sonos amplifier. This isn't a Sonos partnership, but hey, Sonos, reach out to us. We would love a partnership. For you guys, I hope that this answered a lot of questions in regards to this device, how it works. If you want to connect with us, there's a link in the description. We'll be happy to help. Like always, thank you for your time. Don't forget to look, listen, and live with Empire AV.